Hey everybody, welcome to English 1301. My name is Professor Chandler and I'm going to be helping you through our content. So you have found our first week's content, which you can see right here. We're just going to kind of get to know each other and the course. We're going to do a little bit of an assessment, and we are going to be focusing on one of the first writing assignments, which will be due later this week, and that's the professional email. So let's just dive right in. Each week you're going to see I have a very short little write-up right here that kind of walks you through what you need to be doing. So go ahead and check this out. You're always going to find our weekly lecture video right here. And this week we have a podcast. And these podcasts are actually pretty new. I started these with Professor Parker, who's also in the English department. And we decided to sit down and have some conversations that you would normally have if you were in a face-to-face class. But since, this particular week is here online, this content is online, we want to give you an opportunity to be able to take some of the information away from the screen, because we know sitting in front of a computer all day, reading the screen, reading the material can be pretty exhausting, especially if you're taking several classes. So you can easily scan with your phone right here on Spotify, and this will pop you right up onto our actual podcast. And you can see this is my cat, Jasper Jameson McKitten, who you can probably hear meowing in the background if you listen a little closely. But we walk you through 4 different podcasts for this particular session. And the first one is on using professional emails. And I hope that you take some time and listen to this, maybe as you're like cooking dinner or picking up around the house or going out for a walk. Listen in, and you're going to hear kind of a very relaxed and informal conversation about professional emails and audience, and really why this is our first assignment that we tackle. So I hope you take advantage of that. The second thing we're going to do is you're going to have a syllabus quiz, and I give you through the 8th to take this, and you may take this multiple times. Take it until you get 100. So this is a really easy way to start off with a strong A in the beginning of the first week. So take any opportunity, and as a matter of fact, most of my quizzes, except for our final exam, I do allow you to take those over and over again until you do get 100. I'm really interested more in mastery of material than I am in just, testing what you know at one particular point. Because sometimes, we may gather about half of the content the first time through, and then 75 the next time through, and then we nail it. And so I'm really focused on you understanding the material. So you're going to see that I allow you to take quizzes over and over and over again until the deadline, until you get that 100. So please keep going, and don't worry if you scored high and you're afraid it's going to go down. I will always keep your highest grade. Okay, so this week, as I mentioned before, our whole focus is on the professional email. So you're going to see I do walk you through on the assignment here how to send a professional email. And you're going to be sending this very first one to me. And you can see these are the primary areas that you're going to be graded on. You want to make sure that you're using your subject line. And I kind of give you a few examples here. You're going to want to use a greeting. You're going to want to make sure you check for proper grammar and punctuation. And you're going to have some kind of closing statement. And you can see I give you an example right here. It does not have to be long. These can be very, very short. And your first one is actually going to be about the VARK questionnaire that you're going to be taking. So we'll come right back here. And you can see I divide our content up. The quizzes that you need to take, usually your lessons are always going to be right here up on top, whether it's podcast or video or the written lesson. I do try to use all of those most of the time, because I know we all learn in different ways. So if you're a hands-on learner, throw those, AirPods in and go out for a walk. You'll get some content that way. If you are a visual learner and you like to watch a video, hey, I'm making these for you. Or if you just prefer to read them, I have some content there. But if you use all 3, you're going to do excellent through the entire semester, because you're really going to glean all of it. But you can see here is the things that you need to read. When you get down to what you need to write. And you can see I have a few things here. Sometimes like the things that you're going to read will also include like a short video. This one I think is really only a few minutes long, but it really gets to the heart at, I guess, the purpose behind the professional email. And it's really just shifting that mind from, sending an informal text, which I do all the time, to writing a little bit more academically or a little bit more formally. And these are really important skills to have, like if you're, inquiring about a job or, writing to somebody who you really hope will do something for you. You want to make sure that you're using, these different types of techniques. So this is the whole thing. So check this out. Why does audience matter when we're writing? I do also have here a little bit some things that I want my students to know. So check that out. And then you're going to see the next section that you're going to have each week is what you need to write. We have a very easy discussion post this week. This is just simply an introduction. So jump on there. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your experience in English class. Like, are you nervous? Are there some major questions that you have? What can we do to make this course work best for you? And then you're going to see you get right here into that actual assignment of sending the professional email. And like I said before, just a minute ago, you're going to be taking a VARK questionnaire. Now, this is a super easy quiz. You're just going to go to this link. It's only, a few questions. It's going to ask you about your learning style. And then you're going to just tell me, are you a visual learner? Are you an auditory learner? Do you prefer reading and writing? Or are you kinesthetic? And it'll kind of give you, a breakdown. Maybe you're going to be a multimodal learner, meaning you use several of these, and it's going to rank them and kind of let you know which ones are your primary learning styles. These are really great to know for me as your instructor so that I can be sure that I'm helping you learn in this certain, style that you prefer. But it's also really great information for you because you can take this into your other classes and you know what your best learning style is and how you need to tackle some of the big projects or how best you study and learn. So you're just going to take this quiz and you're going to send me a short email and just say, Professor Chandler, my learning style is, have a great day, sign your name, and guess what? If you have all that stuff done and you have the subject line and the introduction and your body and a closing statement, then you've earned 100. So there you go. There's another 100. 100 on your first email and 100 on your syllabus quiz. And that's a great way to start off that week. And there's my cat in the background. Okay, so we'll come right back over here. You can see I'm always clicking right back into that first week, but each one of these modules are broken down. Once you have finished the writing, we have a little bit of grammar that we're going to do this week. And this one is pretty short and simple. Since we're getting a little bit of a later start in the week, I'm starting us off with capitalization. So you can click right here and read up about capitalization, what needs to be capitalized. Most of you guys are probably going to do just fine with this. But instead of a quiz this week, I have a Kahoot game. So you'll click right into that and play a game. You can even give that code to some of your family members or your friends and see if you can beat them and, just get a little bit of practice in before we get started into our next week's content. So this is all you have going on this week. I hope you take some time to check out the course and kind of get an idea of how things are situated. You can link to our discussions right here on the top, or you can always come down and I always put them right here. What you need to write, you can click right into there. It'll take you right there. Same thing with the quizzes. You can use the link that I give you, or you can come up here and use the quizzes. We'll get into Dropbox a little bit more, next week as we start talking about that first essay, but this is where you're going to submit those. Class list, this will just tell you who's in our class, and if you see a little green dot, then hey, I'm on. So you can chat with me. You can check your grades. I take attendance based on whether or not you're posting on the discussion board. So be sure to post your first one right away. You definitely want to get that in by Wednesday because Temple College requires us to drop any students that do not attend classes by Thursday morning. So I'm going to be looking to see who has posted by Wednesday. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. You can always ask me a question here on the discussion board. You can see I have an Ask the Professor. So you can come here and ask me a question. You can shoot me an email. Or we can set up a time on Zoom. Or if you're on campus, I'm there on Monday afternoons from 4 to 5 before I teach a night class. I'm in the ISC building in room 108. Stop by and see me. I hope you guys have a great week. Please reach out anytime you have questions. I know this is online this week here, but you're not alone. I'm here to help you, so reach out anytime.